Hey all, welcome back to the Fire and Water Cooking Channel. I'm Darren, and today I'm going to be cooking on the Cinder Grill, and we're going to be cooking tuna steaks. I'll be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
Alright guys, I got these tuna steaks out of the wrapper, and I'm actually going to make a nice marinade. We're going to do some soy ginger marinade, so I'm just going to take about a quarter cup of soy sauce. I'm going to put it right in the pan here. I'm going to mix it all right in the pan because I'm just going to sit these tuna steaks in the marinade, kind of let them sit in there for a little bit, for a few minutes, while I'm getting everything else going for the cook. I'm just going to kind of let them sit in it for a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of, about a half a cup or quarter of a cup soy sauce. I just kind of want to fill the bottom of the pan. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of ginger in there. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. If you want to measure it out, you can, but it's about a tablespoon of ginger powder. You can use fresh ginger if you want. And I'm going to do about a teaspoon of allspice. That's about a teaspoon. And then I'm just going to whisk that up. I'm going to add just a little bit, about a teaspoon of garlic powder as well. Not too much. I don't want it to overpower it, but I just want it to have enough so we have a little bit of taste of the garlic in there. We're just going to whisk this up, and then we're just going to lay our tuna steaks right in it and let that kind of sit in the marinade for a little bit and soak it up. Okay, and we'll set that for a little bit, and I'll be back. Hey, one of the things I'm going to make for a side today is some of these fresh Brussels sprouts. I love it when I see these out at the Sprouts and they look really good. So I'm going to go and make them really simple. I'm just going to kind of trim them up a little bit, and then we're going to cook some bacon up in little chunks, and then we're going to pretty much just fry these up in the bacon grease with the bacon with a little bit of garlic, salt, and pepper. So I'm going to get these trimmed up, and I'll show you how I'm going to toss them in the pan in a little bit. All right guys, I'm back. I did went ahead and trimmed up my Brussels sprouts, fresh Brussels sprouts. Trimmed them up, but I cut them in half. So I got them all the way we're going to cook them. I actually went out and got a couple more of these tuna steaks because we're going to have another person for dinner. So I want to make sure I have enough. And since they're on sale for $7.99 a pound, not a problem. Went ahead and got a couple more. So I got them in the marinade. And we're just going to flip these over. And we're about ready to get these going on the Intelligent Grill. I'm going to let them sit for just a couple more minutes. So this particular grill is an intelligent design. It actually is similar to a George Foreman type grill or griddle that you've seen before, I'm sure. But the difference is these plates are very temperature sensitive. They can actually read the temperature of the food, and they use an algorithm to determine the internal temperature of the food, and it'll tell you when it's done. So you can actually cook something to an exact temperature similar to a sous vide cook. So it's got sensors in both the top plate and the bottom plate, and they both read the temperature of the food, and then they use an algorithm to calculate what the internal temp's going to be. So that's what we're going to be cooking this on today. I'm going to use the Cinder app. It does have a app function that I can pick the food that I'm going to cook with it, and it does have tuna steaks on there. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you the Cinder app here. I got it loaded on my iPad, and it's going to tell you what the temperature is right now of the plates. It has a food guide with several different options. Seafood is one. Tuna steaks are listed. It gives me 4 options. I've done this level. I'm going to pick second from the top, which is flaky and moist, 115 degrees internal temp. And you don't want to hit the begin cooking button until you get the food loaded up on the cinder, which is what I'm going to do right now. These are 4 pretty good sized tuna steaks. The measurements of the Cinder Grill is about 9 by 10, so it'll fit these tuna steaks just fine. I'm going to go ahead and get these all loaded up. It'll fit pretty much, 4 good sized pork chops, 4 to 6 burgers, what have you. Once I get these loaded on, I'm going to kind of make sure they're even so they cook evenly. Drop the lid, go back to the app. Now I can hit begin cooking. It's going to tell me the current temp of the plates, what the set temp is, and how long it's going to take. This is about 49 minutes. So we're just going to go back and the Cinder Grill will start cooking, and it's going to tell me it's under remote control. Alright guys, my tuna steaks are about 8 minutes from being done, so I'm going to get my Brussels sprouts going. I've cooked the bacon down most of the way, so I got some nice bacon fat in there to cook them in. I'm going to use the Man Cave Meals AP Mojo from Atlanta Grill Company. My friend John Setzler from Man Cave Meals designed this rub and sells it through Atlanta Grill Company. It's really good for just about anything. So we're going to get this bacon fat cooking pretty good, and we're going to toss our Brussels sprouts in. And all we're going to do is just, grill these up, as hot as I can. I got my heat on high. We're just going to toss the Brussels sprouts in with the bacon and the bacon fat and the seasoning just to get a nice color to these, get them wilted down some. And it's going to turn out pretty awesome. If you haven't had these before, fresh Brussels sprouts with bacon are pretty much amazing. Alright, my tuna is done. It's just ready to be seared, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off of the cinder. And we're going to go ahead and wash. Just going to wipe off both plates so we can get a good sear. So it tells you to do. If it was a steak or chicken breast or pork chops, I'd also want to pat the meat dry, but since it's fish, I think we're alright without having to dry that off. But I do want to get any excess moisture off of the plate, and then I'm going to close it back up, and I'm just going to turn it up all the way to sear, and it should take about 4 or 5 minutes for that to heat up enough to sear. Show you what it's saying there. So it's going to heat up to 450. It's jumping up pretty quick, so it'll probably take a good 5 minutes or so for that to get up to 450. And then we're going to sear these tuna steaks, and I'll be back. While we're waiting for that to come up to searing temp, just want to show you what the Brussels sprouts are looking like, guys. Look at that. I did halfway through cooking, I put the lid on just to kind of steam them a little bit, but they are looking great. Alright, it's ready to sear. I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to use just a little bit of Pam just in case. I'm going to put these tuna steaks right back on. Ooh, that is hot. It's ready to sear. Okay, I'm going to close this up. Then I'm going to hit the countdown. So now the cinder is actually counting down from 45 seconds. I'm putting a nice sear on these tuna steaks. It's 450 degrees. Doesn't take long. You can leave it on there longer if you want to, but it does count down from 45 seconds. You don't want to keep it on there too long, because then it'll mess up your internal temp of your fish or your steak or chicken or whatever you're cooking. Good enough steam coming out of there. Now you see how it went past, so it's saying long sear, so I can leave it on there longer. I don't want to leave it on there too much longer, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off. Take a look at that. Got a nice sear on those. And I'm just going to go ahead and shut this off. Take a look at those. Alright, I'm going to take these off and we're going to have a taste. I'll be right back. Alright everybody, I'm going to have to do a taste test myself because nobody else wants to help me out. So I'm going to have to taste this wonderful tuna steak. Well, kind of show you, it is still pink inside, which is kind of what I wanted. I wanted a nice sear, a nice cook. It's still kind of pink inside, which that's what I wanted. Nice and flaky. And that soy sauce, it's great. I could taste the ginger, taste the allspice. That was pretty good. Got a nice sear on it. I'll show you this other piece here, just so you can see just how pink that is inside. So, check out the Cinder Grill Precision Cooker. I'll do some more of these videos, but I have the information down below, cindergrill.com. Thanks for watching, guys. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Check out the Fire and Water Cooking Podcast, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks again.